Alright guys, here's KZONE. Today we're talking about nothing but thermometers. So let's start with some basics, okay? So what is the thermometer? You can think of it as a 10,000 meter race, okay? And the speed is speed decides how fast you reach the finish line, and then it is measured in meter per second, and time is measured in seconds, okay? And whether or not a unit gets a turn not only depends on if the unit reaches the finish line, it also depends on if the unit wins the uphill race. So what is this uphill race? The uphill race is a phase where a unit sprints from the finish line to the top. Okay, and what's so special about it? If a unit is about to get a turn and the unit is already at the finish line, then there will be a 3 seconds long uphill race. So in this case, if you're at the 100% or 10,000 meter finish line, you will need to run 3 more seconds to see if a unit passes you. If a unit passes you, then you will get a turn after that unit. Okay, if you're still ahead, then you will get the turn instead. Okay, that's how it works. And second, if a unit is about to get a turn and it took that unit less than 3 seconds to reach the finish line, then the time length of the uphill race is 3 minus the time the unit took to reach the finish lines. So for example, if a unit is very close to the finish line and it took that unit like 1 second to reach the finish line, then instead of the 3-second uphill race, you'll only get 2-second uphill race. Third, if a unit is about to get a turn and it took that unit more than 3 seconds to reach the finish line, then there won't be any uphill race, okay? So let's take a look at some examples so you have a better understanding of what I'm talking about. Before I talk about this case, let's watch a video first. So in this video, you can see that when there is a Heinrich on the field, the Nymphonia will pass Yeli. But when there is no Heinrich on the field, the Yeli will take a turn before the Nymphonia, okay? So what happened in this video exactly? So let's talk about this from the very beginning. Okay, so speed of each unit. The Lily has 346 speed, Heinrich has 321 speed, Nymphonia has 298 speed, and Yeli has 216 speed. And this is thermometer of each unit when the battle begins. So how do we figure out each unit's position when battle begins? It's actually very easy. You just use the time Lily used to finish the whole race, and then use that time to multiply each unit's speed. Okay, so for example, Heinrich's speed is 321 meter per second, and you just use that speed, multiply the time Lily used to finish the whole race. So when Lily reached the finish line, Heinrich is at 9,276 meter, okay? And you just do the same thing to other units and you'll get 8,612 meters and 6,242 meters. And this number over here is matching this number over here, right? So that's how you get it. So after getting this number, we can actually figure out we can now figure out what happened exactly in that video, okay? So what happens is Lily used the S2 on Yeli and gave her 30% thermometer push, right? And then other allies also got the speed buff from Lily's skill 2. Okay, and since Heinrich is very fast, he's the next one moving. So we need to work on his thermometer first to figure out the uphill race he needs to run, right? So how do we figure that out? We need to figure out how long it took Heinrich to finish the rest of the race. Okay, so how do we do that? We use the total distance, subtract the distance he ran, divided by his speed, which is 321 times 1.3 because he has speed buff, right? And then the time we got is 1.73 seconds. And after we get that 1.73 seconds, we use 3 seconds minus that 1.73 seconds to figure out his uphill race time, okay, which is 1.23 seconds, okay. So after getting this, we can now figure out where Yeli is and where Nymphonia is after Heinrich moves. Okay, and the Yeli's position is at 6,242.4 meter plus 3,000 meter, which is given by the Yeli's turn meter push, and then plus 216 times 1.3, this is Yeli's speed after the speed buff, and times 1.73 plus 1.27. So this is the time Heinrich used to reach the finish line, and this is the uphill race time. Okay, so after adding this up, we get that Yeli's position is at 10,084 and 8 meter. Okay, so she is already at the finish line, and Nymphonia's position is at 9,774 meter. Okay, so what happened after this? Because Yeli is already at the finish line, there will be a 3 seconds long uphill race. So Yeli's position after this race comes to 10,927.2 meter, and Nymphonia's position after this race comes to 10,936.2 meters. So as you can see, Nymphonia covered more distance than Yeli, so Nymphonia in this case is moving first, or moving before Yeli. Okay, so what if there's no Heinrich? Then Yeli becomes the next one moving after Yeli moves, right? So we need to figure out her uphill race time. How do we do that? We need to figure out how long it took Yeli to reach the finish line, and the result is 2.7 seconds. So since it is 2.7 seconds, it's less than 3 seconds, so there will be a 0.3 seconds long uphill race, right? So after this race, Yeli's position is at 10,084 meter, and Nymphonia's position is at 9,774 meter. Okay, so in this case, Yeli covered more distance than Nymphonia, so in this case, Yeli is moving before Nymphonia. Okay. So what if Heinrich is back on the field and Nymphonia's speed becomes 297, so it's one speed less than the original one. Okay, so what's gonna happen is Yeli's position is still gonna be at 10,927 meter, and Nymphonia's position after 2 uphill races will be at 10,899 meter. Okay, so this is the distance Nymphonia covered when battle begins, and this is after the this is the first uphill race, and this is the second uphill race. So after this 2 uphill race, this is the distance she covered, and as you can see, Yeli covered more distance than Nymphonia, so in this case Yeli is moving. And as you can see in the video, I changed Nymphonia's speed to 297, and Yeli is moving before Nymphonia. Okay. And let's take a look at another example. In this example, speed of each unit is Lily has 346 speed, Nymphonia has 298 speed, Rahul has 176, Holden has 252. And this is what game shows where they are when the battle begins, and this is the calculated distance they covered when the battle begins. As you guys can see, these numbers are matching, right? So if you don't know how to do this, you can just take a look at the example 1, okay, or the case 1. So in this case, we want to know if Rahul is moving first or Holden is moving first after Lily uses S2 on Rahul. Okay, and how do we do that? We need to figure out the uphill race time Nymphonia created first. Okay, so how do we do that? We use the total distance, subtract the distance Nymphonia covered when battle begins, and divide that by her speed, and we get the time Nymphonia used to reach the finish line is 3.58 seconds, and this 3.58 seconds is greater than 3 seconds, so there won't be any uphill race time. Okay, so what is Rahul's position after this after the Nymphonia reaches the finish line? He's at 8,905 meter, and the Holden is at 8,455 meter. Okay, And the rest is gonna be very easy. You just use the distance left divided by the speed of each unit, and then you will get the time they used to reach the finish line. And Rahul used 4.79 seconds, and Holden used 4.73 seconds. Holden used less time, so Holden is moving first. Okay, so this is a very easy example, and then we cover the case when the time is greater than 3 seconds, right? So next example is Chihiro's question, whom is my guildmate? And he says his Yeli is 242 speed and his Lily is 343 speed. Why, when his Mew has 334 speed, Mew is moving first. When Mew has 332 speed, Yeli is moving first. So in order to figure out this question, we need to first calculate the distance they each covered. So everyone on the field ran like 29.15 seconds when battle begins, because Lily is the first one reaching the finish line, right? So when Lily reached the finish line, she used 29.15 seconds, so everyone else run the exact same time, right? So that's how we do that, and then we use this time, multiply it by the speed of Yeli and Mew to get their position. Yeli is at 7,054 meter and Mew is at 9,736 meter. Okay. So what happened next is Lily used S2 on Yeli and gave her 3,000 meter boost, right? So Yeli's position becomes 10,054 meter. And because she's already at the finish line, there will be a 3 seconds long uphill race, right? So after this 3 seconds long uphill race, Yeli's position comes to 10,997 meter and Mew's position comes to 11,038 meter after the uphill race. So in this case, Mew covered more distance than Yeli, so Mew is moving first. So what if Mew's speed is 332? Then the distance she covered will become 10,972 meter. In this case, is less than Yeli's distance, so Yeli is moving first when Mew's speed is 332. Okay. So case 4. So this is a case where I just mix things up. I would say I just mix things up, and in this case, we want to know why Obo won't be able to overlap Rahul. Okay. So in order to figure out that, we need to know how each unit is running on the turn meter, right? So this is the Lily's position after each uphill race. Then when the battle begins, she reached the finish line first with 28.9 seconds, and then after she moves, Heinrich took the turn and then gave her 3 seconds uphill race. And during that 3 seconds, Lily ran 1,453 meter, right? And then this 346 is Lily's speed, and 1.4. Why 1.4? Because S2 gave her speed buff, and the Codex of Magic also gave her 10% speed buff, so she has 40% speed buff. So that's why here's 1.4. Okay, so after Heinrich moves, she's at 1,453 meter, and after Obo moves, she comes to 2,906 meter. And if you repeat the same thing, we'll get 4,000 meter, 5,000 meter, 7,000 meter, 8,000 meter, and 10,000 meter. Okay, and from this 8,719 meter to 10,172 meter, she used less than 3 seconds, but it's like about 2 point something seconds. So not that much uphill race when she reaches the finish line. Okay, so let's take a look at other units' position. Rahul's position when the battle begins is at 5,086 meter, and after each uphill race, it becomes 5,600 meters, 6,142 meters, 6,670 meter, and this is the distance he covered after each uphill race, and then it comes to 9,310 meter, right? And this is where he's about to get the turn. And how long it took him to reach the finish line? It took him 3.91 seconds, which is greater than 3 seconds, so there won't be any uphill race. And in this case, where's Obo? Obo is at 8,038 meter, when Rahul is at 9,300 meter. So why he is not able to pass Rahul? It is because Rahul used 3.91 seconds to reach the finish line, and during that time, Obo is only at 9,785 meter, which is not at the finish line. So he is moving after Rahul. Okay. So this is everything about the turn meter, and if you like it, please leave a like and subscribe. And it took me like 2 days to calculate the whole thing and figure out how it works, so it is actually hard work. I'm not gonna lie, it's actually hard work because sometimes the numbers just don't match. For example, during the calculation you will get the distance is, for example, like 8,500 meter, but the turn meter only shows like 83%, and I think that is because of the total distance is extended, so the percentage is showing less. But other than that, I think this is how it works. I think it solved most of the problem at least. Okay, so yeah, if you like the video, please leave a like and subscribe. This is KZONE. I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.